Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Kicking It with Kat. It's been a minute, and I'm just talking about what our topic is going to be, and that is, what to do with a journal on your journey of entrepreneurship, right? How successful are you in the entrepreneurial world, right? And what are those side effects of entrepreneurship that we don't talk about, right? So this is Kicking It with Kat. We're empowering women to excel in every aspect of life. Here is a space where we celebrate, empower, and support all things women. We drive into topics that matter most to women in real estate, insurance, financial literacy, credit, and more. From building wealth to career advice and self care tips to talking about life challenges and successes in achieving your dreams. I'm here to share my expertise, my knowledge, and to help you take control of your future. Let's inspire, learn, and grow together. Follow me for tips, insights, and engaging conversation. That's what we're doing today. Also, I would like for you to like, share, and subscribe. So join the discussion and be a part of this community that supports and uplifts women everywhere. So, are you tired of the feeling of being stuck in entrepreneurial journey? Those side effects we're going to talk about what we don't talk about for entrepreneurship. Do you feel like you're doing everything right, but still not achieving the success that you desire? In this video, we're going to uncover the hidden obstacles that could be holding you back from achieving your goals. From mindset blocks to external factors, we dive into a common challenges that entrepreneurs face and provide you with practical tips and strategies to overcome them. Whether you're just starting out or looking forward to scale your business, in this video, I'm going to give you some insights that you need to break through the barriers and achieve success you're always dreamed of. So, if you're ready to take your business to the next level, watch until the end and get ready to transform your entrepreneurial journey. So, when we talk about we work in, at our business, right? And sometimes you think that you're going and you're doing, and it seems like it's not enough. You're doing everything that is expected of you as, your journey of entrepreneurship. Okay. So, but what are those challenges that we have, right? And always, that no one tells us about. So I'm going to dive into some of those that we deal with as being an entrepreneur. What loneliness. We always working, until you can build your team, it's just you, right? If you're working by yourself, you're by yourself all day. So where do you get time? As it'd be different if you were at a place of employment, a brick and mortar, where you have other employees that are around you. Those are your companions, your camaraderies. So, but when you're your own entrepreneur and you're just loneliness can set in. So what do you do when that happens, right? I always, in my time, part of the morning is, what I do for my business that makes calls, follow-ups. And then after 12, after I have my lunch, then if I make that afternoon my time to go out and meet the world, networking, unfinished business, door knocking, depending because I'm a realtor, or phone calls to those, have lunch. So there's a lot of things that you can do for a few hours to get out into the world and meet people. Right. So depending on what type of business, you may need to network, you may not, but still to get up and maybe go to lunch, go shopping, go give you, go take a walk. So that'll give you some time to get some fresh air, to be able to not feel so lonely. in regards to going out and meeting other people. So when you're around other people, that's socialization that makes you not feel alone, so alone. Let's put it like that. The next one, I would say exhaustion. Because we're putting in all of this time, right? And for me, it's like 9:30 p.m. and I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. So where do you get time? And it can be exhausting when you are working so hard to make your business flourish, right? When you're planning and you're wanting to have things done, right? And if you're working, right, how many hours are you putting into your business that after work, right? So that can cause exhaustion. And they say that we should have at least 8 hours of sleep so that we, health wise, and then, correlate that with health, that you can't sleep, and the short of time. So we want to make sure that we can get enough sleep in order to be more productive, to think clearly. So, eliminate that exhaustion. So, and that's how you can do that. So pick so much time, whether it's going to be an hour or two, how many times during the week that you can put towards your business, especially if you are employed. Now, for those that are solely entrepreneurs, then you want to make sure that you leave some time as well. So my structured day, even though I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, that's to get my kid out up. He's out by 6:10. I get up. I am working. I do my meditation, think about what my day is. It's going to be a great day. Try to get myself in the mindset. I'm working on, building a routine. Same thing of being consistent. Here on YouTube, I am working on being consistent of doing my exercise and creating a routine, right? So then I get into my day. My afternoon, I have meetings and things of that nature. The goal is to be done by 8 p.m. Sometimes that's not, because then I come right in like this, going live or doing some things or getting prepared for the next day. So my goal is to get back to going to bed about no later than 10 o'clock. So you want to make sure that you create some time for you, right? Bad credit. When you're an entrepreneur and you are utilizing your own funds to establish your business, that can create financial hardship, right? When you're looking for grants or monies to help you build your business. Most of the time, and most entrepreneurs are funneling their business until their business can grow. So that can cause and create bad credit because you're utilizing everything that you have, right? And then next one is being misunderstood. Sometimes I was just talking to a young lady that I was interviewing for a assistant position to work with me to help me get my business where I want it to be, because of the fact is that, here we go, it's just me. So that time that you have, right, I only can do so much. So I need help to stay focused, to stay organized. So I was interviewing with her, and she was saying that her style, sometimes she felt that she was being misunderstood in her business because she was more frank and blunt. That's great. But you have to remember, when you're in the service industry, you got to be conscious and cognitive of other people. So, and we don't want to be misunderstood, because our business is of being clear and have clarity in regards to what we're explaining or what we're projecting. So the next one is to avoid bankruptcy. Do you know, they say within 1 to 5 years, most businesses, startups fail, right? And may cause bankruptcy. So how do you avoid bankruptcy? And that is being conscious of your funds, number one. If you have credit and everything. So it's basically staying within your means and working with what you have, paying your bills all the time so that you won't put yourself financial situation. And that what we're talking about, bad credit. That's where that comes in. And most of us, when we have emergencies or when we're doing our business, we're utilizing all of our funds. I've been there, done that. So I do understand. Early mornings. I talked about how I get up so early in the morning, right? And of course, they have a book called the 5 a.m. Club, right? And most times they say for people to be really successful is to get up at 5 a.m. so that they could be up. And the reason why that came about, because depending on where you're at in the world, some people have days that started. So by me being on the Pacific Coast PST standard time, for New York, I'm 3 hours behind. From Central, I'm 2 hours behind. So depending on what type of business that you're doing, being at 5 o'clock in the morning, it can help you be up when others time zones are up. Also, being up, especially if you have a job or employment that you are going to, then that allows you to get up in the morning and be able to do some business on your own. So, and then also you have to be conscious, even getting up early, like you heard me, getting my kids out, get up and early, get ready, try to meditate, want to put in my routine of exercising and basically get a little bit done before 8 o'clock in the morning. And so, and to be up and out and at it or ready to do business or the things that I already have to do. But I'm able to get some things done that I may have not been able to get done through those hours of busyness, right? So, late nights, we talked a little bit about that. Typically when I can't sleep because, it's not insomnia, but sometimes because I have a neck problem, right? That I can't sleep. All right. So then I'm working, or I can be working like now and start into something else. And then it goes into that next thing I know, it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Right. So if I'm going to sleep at 1 and 2 o'clock, I definitely can't get back up at 5, right? Which I do. But then I have to go back to sleep because then I need to catch up. So that means that my whole day is off according to my routine. So want to make sure that you reasonable time, and that's how I'm working at, trying to go to bed at 10 o'clock, right? So that I can at least try to get almost 8 hours in. High stress levels, right? Being your own entrepreneur can create stress, right? And if you're not producing or you're not getting your results that you want, then that can cause stress, right? And especially if that is your sole responsibility. So, we want to try to keep those levels down. And keeping levels of stress down is, to plan your day, to meditate, to be focused and see what your results are. So each day that you plan, you want to check your list to see, have you met those goals for the day? Have you met those goals for the week? So that's great to have a planner and to be able to plan, right? A lot of results may not happen right then, but as long as you keep on pushing and forward and achieving those goals, then you'll start seeing the results, right? Frustration. Frustration is one of the biggest things that I think that I have encountered as well, of being frustrated because of the fact is that I don't feel like I'm moving forward towards what I want for myself. But that's not true, right? Because we've talked about um, those things, what my goal is and what is achieving. Yes, some results may not have happened, but I consider those to be learning lessons. And that's just like, planting a seed, right? When you're planting your seeds, eventually that is going to harvest, right? So that's what I think that where that frustration comes, right? Because we never know what is out there in the store for us in regards to how we do business. And then let's say, we make a mistake. Then that means that, that's frustrating. But I always say, you learn from your mistakes and you keep on moving forward. Next one, fear. Biggest one that holds a lot of us back is fear, right? Now, I'm working on being consistent because I was afraid, and I've been afraid about going live, right? So when we go on live, that means that we're procrastinating in the things that we do, even though I know. And then the other thing was, I didn't think that people wanted to hear what I had to say, or, what kind of content am I going to be? Am I going to be original? Because I don't want to be like someone else that I'm seeing doing. So I want to be me. I want to be able to express me as being who I am, right? So, that fear. But I'm working through that, right? They always say work through those fears that you have, right? Doubt is the biggest one. I just talked about that, right? Doubting that I could do this. We always talk, can we really do what it is that we're talking about? So, and that same thing, even though you may doubt, you want to move forward, right? Missing out on family events. I remember that, when I was going for my degree, and also, working too, and I had to work on the weekend. So it was like, I'm missing out on a lot of these things with my family events, right? Or I couldn't do this, or, depending on what I had to do, meet a client or whatever the case may be, those obligations of running a business can cause you to miss events, right? So what I suggest that you do in regards to that is that, set time. So, that if this is what it is, try not to um, have anything that interferes with that, right? So I know that I had an event that I was supposed to do with one of my clients, right? And I had another client that was coming in from out of the country. So that wasn't planned, but I had to cancel that. Thank goodness that she was understanding, because he was only going to be here for a week, and he had miscommunicated when he was leaving, which that was not time. So he was leaving, that which I had to make sure that I met up with him to finalize a few things. So things like that can happen. We always have things that are unexpectedly, right? So you have to have a high risk tolerance to be successful in entrepreneurship, right? You have to preserve and persevere through all these things, because you don't have no one else. When you're at a job, they have you doing and making their dream come true, right? So, but when you're an entrepreneur, you're the one until you're able to hire someone to help you make your dream come true. So you will invest a lot of time just by trying to figure it out and staying afloat while smiling and convincing people that things are great. Well, you have to always stay positive in regards to what you want to move forward, because if you don't, then that affects you as well, right? So, and even though it seems like it is great, because you are persevering forward about your dream. And yes, it can be frustrating. It can, be a lot of things, but I still smile, because guess what? I know that it's going to happen, right? I know that my breakthrough is going to come. So you'll learn to how to be brilliant at what you do, while your bank account says otherwise, until you have that breakthrough, right? That's what I was just saying. And I know that as long as I keep on persevering forward, that my bank account is going to be a great breakthrough. And that is, having that unconditional faith, right? And just believing in yourself that it's going to happen, right? So greatness takes time. You're not crazy. You're just in the process, right? Everything is a process. So don't quit. Don't give up. You got this. This is Kicking with Kat. Please share, like, and subscribe, because other people may need to hear this as well. You guys have a beautiful, and I will talk to you soon.